You swear that was just a joke? All right, cool. I picked. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm ready. I don't know if y'all can read that, but you know what it is. It's on the Time out. You know what it's time for? It's time for me to talk about it. Anyway, so Afro Samurai. Just to where do I start? That's always like my biggest thing. It's like, where the fuck do I start? Can I sit down for this? Can I sit down? I'm gonna grab my time. So Afro Samurai, right? I guess if I'm talking about it, I'm gonna talk about how I remember it, and I remember the story more so than I remember it being episodic. Let me start with my roots on it. Like one night, working third shifts, I was flipping through channels, and I stopped upon this anime scene, and I always wanted to try to give anime a chance. And it was such a dope fight scene. And I don't remember how it ended. I just remember thinking it was cool because I heard Samuel L. Jackson's voice, and I thought, I gotta check this shit out for real. And it was Afro Samurai. I ended up buying a DVD for the first season, thinking that there might be more. Turns out there's not. There's only one season for the anime. Apparently, it's been a manga or a comic book or whatever you want to call it. It's been in novels, different books. There's been so much literature on Afro Samurai. So this was really like, there was only one season of the anime, and when I bought it, I was happy. I was happy to have bought it. I was ready to dive into Afro Samurai and learn what the story was about. So that was my reason for getting into it in the first place. Was I happened upon a fight scene and thought it was cool as hell. Sam Jackson was involved. Cool hip hop beats at the end. That's my shit. So I buy the DVDs, and I'm in love. So what's the story? So you got Afro, and he's a little boy. And really, the way it's formatted in the DVDs is, I believe there's 5 episodes, maybe 6, and it's like one episode tells part of the story, then episode, then episode, then episode. Each episode is Afro's journey as an adult, and then the lessons he learned as a kid that he uses in this episode. So each episode he learned some sort of lesson that he learned as a child. He uses in every episode, pretty much. So the first episode, he's a little kid, and his name is Afro. He has an afro, but his name is Afro. And as a child, maybe he didn't have an afro. I believe he had, like, curly hair. Very stereotypical young black boy. And he's with his father, who I remember his name, I think was Roku Taro. Time out. First of all, spoilers if you didn't know. Secondly, I'm gonna fuck some shit up. But yeah, his dad, Roku Taro, is squaring off against Justice. Now, Justice is the bad guy of the show. He looks like a gray, dead dude. He's got like no pupils in his eyes. His eyes are blank white. He's got like a cowboy type of a hat, but like he's the villain just because of the type of a hat it is. And like he's got some revolvers, and he's got this number 2 headband. At this point in time, we don't understand the whole point of these headbands. But Afro's father, Roku Taro, he's got the number 1 headband. And they talk, they have a little conversation. They're like, alright, it's time, let's square off. So, Justice, the bad guy, he pulls out these 2 revolvers. I believe he pulls out 2 revolvers. And he's like, ka-cow, 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 ka-cow. And he's trying to shoot Afro's dad. And Afro's dad is just like dodging all these bullets. Pa-pow, pa-pow, pa-pow. Like, you ain't gonna hit me. You ain't gonna hit me. Afro's dad, he's just dodging these bullets left and right. Like, you can't hit me. He's this quick. Like, they're letting us know right now that these dudes are just amazing warriors. Something happens. I believe Afro's dad gets close enough that he cuts off one of his dude's arms. When the dude turns around, he gets like a gleam in his eye. Justice, Justice turns around, he's got his arm cut off. He gets like a bing in his eyes, and that's the show letting you know that this is his move. This is what he does to kill people, but we don't get to see it. All we see is fucking Roku Taro's head flying across the screen. And Afro, this little boy, just watched his dad get his head chopped off, and he's like, Justice says something like, "Yo, when you're ready to challenge me, I'll be ready." Something like that, something of that level, and that's how the whole shit starts. Now, Afro, he's this little boy. All he has is a backpack with his father's head in it. Super weird, right? He's walking. He doesn't know what to do with his life. The only thing that he's thinking about right now is his dad just got murdered in front of him, and he's walking. He runs into this group of bandits that decide, yo, this kid, he's by himself. We're going to beat him up and take his backpack. So they rough him up a little bit. They take his backpack, they look inside. They're like, oh shit, this kid's crazy. He's got a dead head in his backpack. Excuse me, I'm getting parched. Still trying, Trulies. Still trying. Stick with me. Give me that money. Anyway, so yeah, these bandits find him. They're like, wow, what a crazy kid. He's got a dead head in his backpack. All of a sudden, these teenagers, these badass teenagers come through, and they fight these bandits. I think they fight the bandits, or they scare them off. I don't remember which one. But anyway, they save Afro, and they take him back to where they're from. And basically, I don't want to get the terminology wrong. I'm only going to go by what I know, because it is a lot based on Japanese culture. But basically, there's this dojo. And the head of the dojo, he doesn't really have a name. They just call him the Sword Master. And he's an older guy, and he's teaching these children how to fight. Not just how to fight, but how to kill, like how to wage war with swords and other weapons as well. And it really has this feudal warfare feel to it. But you gotta remember, Justice has revolvers, so it's like it's not exactly feudal. It's fantasy, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so they take him back to Master. They only ever call him Master or Sword Master, so I'm going to go between the two. Take him back to Master, and Master's like, yeah, he can stay. They feed him, they start training him. He decides in the middle of the night, he hears about the dude that has the number 2 headband. Now, I don't know how this little kid found out the legend of the number 2 headband. Maybe his dad told him. But the way that the world works, and you find this out, I believe in the same episode when Afro's an adult, but you find out that basically there's hundreds of headbands, and really the only ones that truly matter are number 1 and number 2. The reason being is because it's said that whoever holds the number 1 is to be like God, and there's really no distinguish on what that exactly means. Some people believe you live forever. Some people believe you have the power to do whatever you want. Some people believe you get unimaginable riches. Different people believe different things. But everybody wants this number 1 headband. The thing is the only way to get the number 1 headband is to wear the number 2 headband. That's the only way you can challenge the number 1 headband wearer. And it's a fight to the death. You die for it. So it's like, in order to have a one-on-one fight with the number 1 headband, you have to have number 2. The other thing with that number 2 headband is that anybody can challenge for number 2. It doesn't matter if you have a headband or not. You could be some random bum on the street challenging the dude for number 2. So whoever has that number 2 headband is going to be fighting a long time. Like it's going to be a non-stop battle. Every single person they meet, they have to decide if that person is going to try to kill him or not, and they have to battle him. And the difference is number 1 and number 2, when they square off, it's one-on-one. But number 2 can be jumped by 25 different guys. So Afro's this little kid. He hears that somebody has a number 2 headband, and he decides, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him because I gotta fight the number 1. I gotta go fight Justice. And as a little kid, he takes his sword and he walks into a room, and there's a party going on, and he walks into a room where some adults are engaging cordially, and you know, this young adult jumps up and says, "What are you doing in here? You're a kid. You're not supposed to be in here." And Afro says, "Yo, I heard that you know, or somebody around here knows where the number 2 headband is. Tell me." And he's like, "Why do you care?" He's like, "'Cause I'm gonna kill him." this little kid, like he just wants revenge his whole life. This is what he's seeking, and he ends up, I believe he ends up cutting this dude's throat. I think he kills that guy, cuts his head off, something like that. Leaves the girl to live, but he leaves the area. That guy was another group of a whole other, or was a part of the whole group of bandits. So Afro, as this little kid, walks up on these bandits. He's a little boy, just barely learning how to fight. And these bandits are like, yo, we're going to kill this little kid. We're going to kill him. And, he's like, I want to know where the number 2 headband is. All of a sudden, they're like, listen, this kid just chopped off our friend's head. He's dangerous. We got to kill this kid. They pin him down. They're about to stab him. But, of course, a group of these teenagers come in. And this is real combat. I don't remember if they fight the bandits first, and this might even be a different group of bandits, but they definitely fight these dudes. Led by Gino, who is like, out of all the kids that are training, Gino's the kind of like the house leader. You know what I'm saying? Where Master is the sensei. I'm gonna compare this to like the Ninja Turtles, right? You got Master Splinter. Gino's like Leonardo. He's the one that's looking out for everybody, but he's on the same level as them. And so Gino and all of his friends are there, and they all, they show off their different weapon skills. Gino, he likes to carry 2 swords, so he's coming in, wow, ping, pang, boom, and he's chopping dudes up. There's another kid, he's got like a spear, and he throws a spear, and he like chops the dude's ear off, and even though it doesn't kill the dude, he gets distracted, he turns around, something else cuts his head off. There's different things. I think there's a kid that shoots bows and arrows, maybe there's one with ninja stars, I don't remember, but as a group of teenagers, they overwhelm these bandits and they defeat them, and they go home and they're safe. And